This is my audience. Imagine going to school but having no classmates around you. Well, this is the situation that many of us were in about a year ago. But did you know that there's students who go through this every year? There's roughly 5 million homeschooled students in the US every year. But the topic significance of this speech is that it can educate you on the positive and negatives of homeschooling, and it can help parents with the decisions of homeschooling children. So in all, you will most definitely want to listen as I provide you with the information you need to know on homeschooling, because I found information from reputable sources and factual stories from prior experiences. So first, I will tell you on why children should be homeschooled, and then second, why they should go to school. So first, why you should homeschool your children. According to Brian D. Ray, a PhD in his On Home Education for Common Questions and Answers about Homeschooling booklet in 2009, it is important for these students to have one-on-one instruction in homeschools because this will help them to perform better academically. 11 of 14 homeschool students perform better academically than school children because they have this one-on-one instruction. And there's also individualization, so you can create a curriculum and adjust to each of these students' likes and dislikes. And then the next thing is that there is a social capital created. This social capital can help with the relationships between the students and parents and the values and beliefs that they have, which can help the students' learning style because they can embrace their values and beliefs in their learning and they don't have to be afraid to be rejected by other students. And then the second reason is that students can move at their own pace, and this can help them set expectations higher for other students. As stated by Jonathan Butcher, a member of the Goldwater Institute, in his 2014 article on how homeschooling allows children to move at their own pace, it was proven that one child could be 2 or 3 grades above a child in a normal school and graduate earlier, but another child could go slower, but you could slow down the curriculum just for them so that they can learn at a slower pace. And in homeschools, frustration is diminished because in school sometimes frustration can come from students comparing themselves to other students because they're moving faster, but in homeschools you're in a safe environment and frustration is okay. Then the third reason that students are homeschooled is because they are less likely to fall into peer pressure or substance abuse. According to Texas Homeschool Coalition, a foundation for helping families educate their children, and their article titled Benefits of Homeschooling, it was proven that 80% of their parents homeschooled their children because they are in a safer environment away from drugs and alcohol and substance abuse. Because peer pressure can affect the attitudes of these students, and it can deteriorate their attitudes when they're teased and lower their confidence. And it was proven that these homeschooled students would be less likely to fall into substance abuse in the future because they have these values and beliefs, so they're less likely to turn down alcohol and drugs in the future. So even though these facts could make you think that homeschooling is good for children, I'm going to reveal to you the pros of why your children should go to school. So next, I'm going to tell you on why you shouldn't homeschool your children. One of the first reasons is that schools provide socialization and emotional development. There's 2 things: primary socialization and secondary socialization. Primary socialization is the learning that you have with the relationships with your families and gaining values and beliefs. And as stated by Karen L. Rapson, Doctor of Sociology of Education, in a 2019 book about education in Canada, secondary socialization is what children undergo when they're at school because they still have their family values within them, but also they're now influenced by their teachers and children around them. And these people provide social interaction for these students, and they can adopt the attitudes of the wider society. And they're socialized to obey their teachers, and they're socialized to share, work in groups, and respect children, and actively participate in lessons. And then also there's extracurricular activities for these students in school, so they can train in the professional skills and they can find interest in what they are good at. According to Mountain Heights Academy, a site for free online education, on their article titled Why Extracurricular Activities Are Important, it's because they're able to participate in clubs and drama, speaking in sports, etc. And these students are able to express their individual likes and dislikes, and this can help them find on what they might want to pursue in the future because they're able to find these likes and dislikes. Because it can provide for them things like exploration of ideas, what you like could end up being something that you pursue in the future. And then the third reason of why students should go to school is because they have this student-to-teacher relationship, and these teachers are able to put passion into what they are teaching. As stated by Wilson Conyers, authors and professional developers of the 2018 article named Guiding Students to be Independent Leaders, this is because the reason they have this passion when they're teaching is because they're experts on what they are teaching. And this can help students learn rather than memorize. And it inspires students to want to learn more rather than just sitting in their class and not wanting to hear anything more. And they're also able to ask these teachers questions, and they can expect that they will know the answer because they are experts on what they are teaching. And just being in class with a teacher can make you want to learn more and want to continue to learn. So as you listened to my speech, you learned of why children should be homeschooled, and then second, why children shouldn't be homeschooled. And you might want to rethink the idea of whether you want classmates around you while you're in school, because it is very important for children to be surrounded by other children. So what type of school would you want to be in, and what do you want to experience? Because it is important for children to be around you, and possibly you should know whether your future children should be homeschooled or not.